Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good. Great. People are joining. Okay, let's wait for like 5 minutes so that we can have many people on the call. Okay, good evening once again. Hope you are doing well. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. And I'm aware that we are connected from different locations, so we need to respect that. Thank you for joining once again. All right, so we are going to be starting. All right, yeah, great. So welcome everyone. So once again, I want to congratulate our batch 8 cohort. Uh, I'm sure you have really learned a lot of things from these training, and we are going to be proud of you very soon. I know that you're going out there to make us proud, to get your dream job, and come back to give us your testimony. So once again, I want to appreciate you for your time with us, your consistency, and your hard work. I'm aware that it's not easy. I know it's not easy with different tasks, and you have timeline, and you have to be able to be here today, to be part of the people that will present today. You have really done a lot. All right, so these are the people that will be graduating today, and we are going to be hearing them presenting their projects, what they have learned so far from the beginning. I mean, for the past 3 months, what they have learned through this academy, they are going to show us, and we hope and we believe that they are going to do well. All right. So before we have one of our alumni. I mean, as you are aware, many of our students has gotten jobs in different places. Okay, so this is one of them. This is one of them, and we invited her at least to ask some questions from her. And from her response, we'll be able to know how do we need to pivot ourselves. I mean, as a new student, as an outgoing student, what do you need to do after graduating from this academy? Do you need to just sit down? Do you need to just sit down and be expecting job to come to you? how do you need to arrange yourself? You need to prepare yourself to get your dream job. The reason why every one of us are here is for you to actually get that job. Okay. So we are going to be inviting Miss Oluwaseun Adewale. So Seun, I think she was in one of our, I think, batch 4 cohorts. Okay, she's going to tell us. So we want to ask this 3 free questions before we go into why we are here today, which is the presentation. At least let us learn. Okay. So we are going to be asking her, tell us about your experience at KZ Solution Academy. She has been with us for many months now. And then, as you know, what we do is that once you are our student, forever you are our student. Okay, so even after you graduate, you are still with us. We still follow up. We still ensure that you are doing well, okay, in that field. So the next thing we are going to ask her, tell us how you were able to get a job and sustain it. Many people have that panic that with this 3-month training, can they actually get a job? I've seen some people in another training, they actually got that job, but when they asked them to resume, they didn't resume. Why? Because they were afraid that can they defend what they claimed they are in their CV. So she's going to be telling us about a job, how she got the job, and how she was able to sustain it. And she's also going to be advising the graduating students, how do they need to pivot themselves? What are the things that they need to do to get that dream job? So with that, I'm going to be inviting Oluwaseun Adewale.
Thank you, Mr. Laka. Please, can everybody hear me?
Can you please use your video so that we can
see
that?
We can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you so much, Mr. Laka. Okay.
You are welcome.
All right. It's good to be here once again.
Can you please use your video?
Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Recording in progress.
Okay. Okay. Can you see my face now? Okay. So, hello everyone. It's good to be here, and also thank you for the opportunity to be here. It's a privilege actually. So, the first question, which is my experience in KZ Solution. So, I'm going to start with my experience with KZ mutual friend, and from there I was able to connect. They had already started a batch, then batch 4, so I missed the session, but then I was able to catch up even at that. So it was put me on my toe during the classes. When we are done with any class, we have to do whatever they've done and also go ahead to learn more. So it might look like it's easy at first until you start really doing those work again and you realize that, oh, I've made a mistake here. To research about what has been done previously and just getting to know other new things. And it's been amazing because I got to meet amazing people as well. That even after the classes, I was able to reach out. There's NS, there's a lot of them that I was able to connect with, and it was actually a very beautiful experience, one that I would love to do over and over and over again. Okay, so the next one, how did I get my job? So the first thing I did after the old thing, or even before the old thing, we were introduced after our project. We were introduced to another group, which was Open My Offer Letter. So that was another class with Mr. Uwa Godwin. He was able to really help us prepare our CV. He sent us different samples, and we were able to use that to actually develop our CV, which I kept on improving. I was sent to Mr. Laka, I was sent to Mr. Why is this okay? What do you think? And they were edit here and there. And I just kept on editing my CV because your CV will always need to be edited every now and then. So he was able to really guide us on that. And not only that, too, he also took us through our LinkedIn optimization, and also really show us a lot of ways we can actually apply for different jobs, how we can filter things. And apart from that, he built in us resilience and also confidence. Even if you don't know, you have to put up a face that you know, and you're not backing down in the face of challenges. Mr. Wall was really able to impact a lot of virtue in me and say that, see, you will not always know everything, but then you have to tell them that you know, because everybody learn on the job. And basically that was actually what got me my job. So now, talking about the job, after I was done with the training, then I started reaching out. I started applying, of course, normal. You get no's every now and then. I started applying for jobs on LinkedIn. Started doing a lot of websites. Also, apart from LinkedIn, to Mr. Wu also introduced us to a lot of also websites about university, a lot of things. So I was applying and applying, and like this training came forth. Some of our old students also came to advise us. He gave us some sites in which we can actually apply. So I did the same thing. I started applying over there just to make sure I get a job. Then after a while, I just reached out to my friends that are in tech and told them about what I was doing. Told them that, okay, I'm done with this data analysis course, that I started taking other courses too, just to get the certification, and also to get much more was quite important. So I was able to take project on Kaggle, data set on Kaggle, just to build project from there. And because of the project that we embark on for our capstone project, I was able to also take other projects too. And some jobs came whereby I'll just need to help some people to, maybe they are doing data analysis course in their school, then I will need to help them with their data set and all of that. So I was doing that. It also helped me build my skill. So before I debated into all of this, so I reached out to my friends and told them what I was doing, and what I was looking for too. So they were like, okay, fine. They'll be on the lookout, and let me know. And God being faithful, a friend of mine just sent me a link, and I applied for it. Mr. Alaka about it, that hey, I got a job. Oh, I got okay, fine, I should find the solution to it there. And it was able to correct here and there, and I crossed my hand that okay. So eventually they came again with another review, which was just about my analysis. Now I was al- I was also able to do that with what I've learned over the over the months in the training, and also myself to my personal study too. So then I sent it to Mr. Alakatu. He pointed a few things to me and asked me to edit here and then, which I did. I submitted. Eventually, long story short, I got the job, and it was funny enough. It was a job that I was very new to. So it's about finance. I don't have any knowledge about finance, but I've always been very open-minded to, okay, I don't mind with regardless of the industry I find myself, as long as I'm able to apply my data analysis skill that was going to build from there. So then I got the role, and they were just looking for somebody that was really open to learning. And the beautiful thing about them is that their confirmation period was 3 months. So that means I must have accomplished some things within 3 months, despite the fact that it's actually a new space for me. So even with that, I was able to still pull through, and I got confirmed. Can you hear me?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Go ahead.
Okay, okay. So I got confirmed, and I was happy, and I got to know that as at when I came in, it was not even everybody that was confirmed, meaning that I'm actually, doing a good job, or I've been learning and I'm also willing to learn. So it has been a very new space for me, because it's finance. I'm coming from a science oriented background. not a commercial oriented background or even art or any of that. So it was actually a new space for me. But then I was just like, okay, I need to learn, I need to get things done. And honestly speaking, it has not been easy. A lot of nights that I'm not going to sleep, I'm just going to be walking all through past my working hours, just send things my line manager, is this okay? Because they are building you to be a boss on your own. Nobody's going to police you all around to get your work done. You have to, they are training us such that you are the owner of your world. Whenever you put a document out without any review, that document should be perfect. So nobody is really chasing you up and down. They're just looking at you. If you they see that you're not ready to learn, you know, of course, we all know what that means. But fortunately for me, I was able to really pull through with advice here and there, and also the resilience virtue that Mr. Godwin and also Mr. Alakan, everybody, Mr. Lawrence, everybody that taught me during the class were able to really put in me. So added to my own study too. So it really helped me. I'm sorry I took this long to answer that number two question. So moving on to the number three, advice for graduating students. So I'm going to say the first thing is that don't stop learning. So even when you're done with this session, with this class, is not the end. Nobody is also going to police you around here. You have to actually go out there, promote yourself on LinkedIn, put out whatever you've done. I was doing that too when I was, when I was in KZ Solutions, and I'm also going to resume doing that on LinkedIn. So don't stop posting. Keep on posting and tell people about your skill. You never can tell who is just going to send you that link and you just get connected like that. So don't stop learning. Don't stop learning. After this course, take another course for the certification, for whatever. Just take another course, learn deeper about everything that you've learned. The beautiful thing about KZ Solution is that they will give you every single thing that you need to know. Any other thing that you learn is just something that you come across, or something much more deeper. But then the foundation has actually been laid already. So work on projects too. Take big project and work on them on Excel, on Power BI, on Tableau, on SSMS, on SQL. Just work on projects. Don't stop working on projects and put it in your portfolio. So as you're working on projects, in fact, just 3 projects is enough for you to put on your portfolio and you're good to go. But don't stop working on projects. It just build your skill. It build whatever you've learned. It actually retain everything that you've learned previously. So optimize your CV and LinkedIn. So don't stop editing your LinkedIn profile, your CV too. Don't stop updating it. Either you call it CV, either you call it resume. Don't stop improving on it and re-editing it to just make it fit whatever position that you're actually applying for. So leverage your mentors to your mentors, people that are close to you. Have somebody that you will be accountable to in order to make you grow. If you have groups that you're connected to, so you and your group member can just come together and work on a project together and put it on your LinkedIn, put it um on your portfolio. It's going to help a lot. And also be persistent. Don't You might face rejection, you might face delay. Be persistent. Don't stop being persistent. So balance patience with action. Opportunity may take.
Hello, please confirm if you can still hear.
I can't hear her.
Yeah, I think it's the network from our side. the network. Okay, so why we are waiting for her, because we have a lot to do today. So once again, I want to congratulate her. I mean, she, okay, so we are proud of her. We are proud of her. And from what she has said, I picked a lot of things. So and I believe everyone is also picking things. They said follow no road. If someone has already passed through that path, it will be easy for you to follow the person instead of you starting it from the beginning. So she said a lot, but I'm just going to add some other things to it. So please, as we are graduating, don't feel that is the end. The work just starts. Applying for a job and getting a job is a work on its own. It's a big deal on its own. And we have some of one our goal is that you coming to our school, 90% of our students, 100% of our students should get job within 3 months. That is our goal. So, and we can only achieve that if we work hand in hand, which means if we work hand in hand, meaning you do not give up when applying for job. You don't just apply for 10 jobs and you get a rejection and you say that is enough. You continue to apply. One other thing I picked from what she said is about networking. It is very good to network. Now, after school, how do we network? There are a lot of groups, people that are in the same field on different platforms. For instance, I use LinkedIn a lot. On LinkedIn, there are a lot of challenges. Try to participate. So one thing we do for our students, especially for our students that that we keep on saying, so see something like that online. You can actually know it. I mean, one of our students here, he participated in the challenge. When I saw the submission, I said, wow, it was not so nice. But the second time the student we did that project, I was amazed. Why? Because he has learned from the first one. So, but if you did not give it a try, you will know there is no way you can learn. Anytime you want to start, you will still start without beginning. And if you want to know how to do something, you need to do it more and more. So another thing I also want to give us is that you don't need to have everything settled before you start. You don't need to know everything, every details, everything about data analysis before you start. When you get to the job, what you have learned so far will give you the background knowledge. But once you start the job, it will be easy for you to comprehend the way they work. I've said it to our students before, almost all organizations have their own process. So once it's not immediately you start working with them that they will ask you to start working immediately. You will go through some training. Going through the training, they are going to show you their material. This is how we do this. This is how we do this. This is how we do this. With that, with the basic knowledge you have, it will be easy for you to be able to make use of that information and come out good. Okay. So one last thing is training. Our training is not enough. Make sure you continue to develop yourself. We cannot teach you everything, but what you have learned, what you have gained from us, will make you to stand out there. But you also need to work on yourself. Do several projects. Go on YouTube. There are several projects on YouTube that will even show you from beginning to the end on how to complete those projects. Try and work on many projects. And believe me, as you are working on this project, you are putting it out there. A lot of people are seeing it. I've said this several times. I'm currently working as a senior database administrator in Qatar National Bank. I got my job through LinkedIn. Someone just reached out to me. I didn't apply for the job. That was because I have been engaging on the platform. So as I was engaging, a lot of people are seeing my posts. They are seeing my publication. From there, they are seeing it. They might not even comment. But from there, they were able to know that this person is doing this. Whenever there is an opportunity that is related to what you have been posting, they will reach out to you. So this is to encourage us, for the past students, for the student graduating, and for the new student. This journey is not a day journey. You will continue. It is continuous until you get that dream job. Even after getting the job, you need to develop yourself. There is always another higher level to every level. All right. So thank you so much, Oluwaseun. Yeah, you're back. Thank you so much for your advice. Thank you for the talk. We really appreciate you, and we pray that God will continue to support you in your work. So Oluwaseun has actually recommended a lot of people to our school. They say by their fruits we shall know them. She see that it works. And I mean almost all our students, they come from recommendation. They come from recommendation. So we thank God for that. When God is involved, it must work. And it's going to work for every one of us by God's grace. All right. So we move to the next. So this one is feedback from our graduating students. So I want two of our graduating students volunteer. I'm not going to call him, just come up, tell us your experience from the beginning to from your experience when you start, what you can do. And after, at this moment, what you can do now. Okay, so if you want to give it a shot, you can unmute yourself and go ahead.
Hi, everyone.
Two people. Yeah, hi. Thank you.
Okay. So, can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, but you can increase the volume a little bit.
Okay. So, I want to thank this KCZ Solution for giving me the opportunity. I know that I pay for it, but it's not just about the money. I know how much people paid for this kind of course, especially in the US here. I wanted to apply for one course like that. It says like $3,000. Like, wow. So actually, like I said, when I started this batch, I was among the batch 3. I was not able to complete the course because of challenges. I decided to join batch 8. Before I started, I had some limitations. I was not that skillful in terms of data analysis, BI, Excel, and the likes. And currently, I'm doing a master's in statistics. So, and I know that I'm going to need this kind of, at least this kind of skill in my program. And I can tell you that this course has really bring me a lot. Like I can't remember the last time I walked throughout the night from maybe like 10 p.m. to like 6 a.m. This particular course has allowed me to do that kind of stuff. So like I can tell you that I walk in the night, I walk even my wife was saying that what is this? Why you do all this on dashboard? So my wife has been calling me dashboard guy because I always busy with this course. So like I took on some challenges. I was able to develop myself, watching the videos, putting some challenges. I was able to develop different designs. And I reached out to people as well on LinkedIn, just like Mr. Luck has said, as much as possible to make use of the LinkedIn platform. So I used the LinkedIn, I contacted people, I connected with some data analysts and them to help me. So like I really want to encourage every one of us that this is not the end of the journey. We should keep on building. This is just the basic, this is just the foundation. And Mr. Laka has given us the foundation. Say if the foundation be destroyed, how can the righteous do? So I want to encourage us to keep developing ourselves, I can tell you that at least I know I'm up to like 60% to 70% of this course. And I really thank God for that. I really thank the Mr. Laka for giving us the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Akindele, for that. Thank you so much. Akindele is actually in the US. One thing that struck me is that our class timing in the US is 1 p.m. And Akindele, by that time he will be in church. So because of his dedication, because of how much he wants this knowledge, sometimes he have to close early from church. It was not easy. And it's actually worth it. It's a sacrifice that's worth it. And by God's grace, now I know he has really improved. I've been seeing a lot of work from him, which he is really doing well. So thank you so much for that feedback, Akindele. Mr. Dashboard. One more person, please. One more person. You can unmute yourself to talk. Volunteer.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
This is Musa Mama.
Please go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much. I want to start by appreciating KZ Academy Solution for the privilege given to me, myself, and my colleagues to study this course. 3 months ago, I was just like a JJC to Excel, Power BI, SQL. I'm sure when you mention SQL, it used to scare me. But I want to thank God today that with the help of the teachers, the instructors, with their patience, with their style of teaching, with their engagement, they're able to learn, not just learn, they're able to practice. And I want to appreciate all the assignments that you took time to give to us because it really helped. Sometimes when you're in the class, I feel like, okay, it's simple. I get it. But along the line, when doing the assignment, you find out that it's not just the way you thought about it. So the assignment really helped. The capstone project really helped. And I want to thank God for this opportunity. And I want to also congratulate everybody graduating today. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Musa, for that wonderful presentation. I know a lot of people want to talk because I mean when something is good, you know by yourself. So thank you everyone because we have limited time and we still have presentation today. So we are going to give into the presentations. Okay, so before then, the next on our slide is before we go to the main reason why we are here. So meet our judges. So as you are aware, this presentation, I mean, there's an award. So the best presentation, according to the criteria, is going to receive a free certification, okay, from us. So these are the judges that are going to be analyzing your work and ask questions and also give you mark on what you are going to present today. So meet Mr. Johnson Adebayo. So Mr. Johnson Adebayo is a senior person in analyst. To works at commercial bank. He does a lot of things, man. He does a lot of things in the world of data. Also, Mr. Olufunsho, Oluwole Olufunsho Bolarinwa is also a senior person in data. So he works as a senior database administrator at QMB, okay, Qatar. And I mean, I'm the host. Most of you already know me. So I'm going to be at the background watching, and we are going to announce the winner. All right. So thank you once again. So Mr. Lawrence is also on the call. Mr. Lawrence is lead instructor. So Mr. Lawrence, if you are there, you can please come up before we start. Mr. Lawrence is also going to join us in the judge as well. Mr. Lawrence. You still have him? Oh, I think we lost him. Or okay, Mr. Lawrence is here. Mr. Lawrence, are you there? Mr. Lawrence? Okay, I'm not sure he's on his call. So Mr. Lawrence will also be part of the judge. So, okay. All right. So the next thing without wasting our time is the objective. So, I mean, we need to everyone because we have our new students, we have other people joining this call. They need to know the question. They need to know the question so that when they are presenting the solution, we can easily understand and relate to it. Okay. So I have the question here. The question for today.
Okay.
Okay, so I have the question here. So this is a question for batch 8. All right, this is what they are going to be. This is what they are going to be talking about. Okay, please mute yourself, Eve. All right, so this is what they are going to be talking about. We have 3 tasks. One is SQL, and it's one of the main tasks because it's asking them to develop a database system. This is like you are working. This bring up a lot of roles, not only as a data analyst, because as a data analyst, you need to know other dependency to your role, so that when you need something, you know who to forward the request to and who to ask. So they are going to. So you are required to design and implement a database system for an application area of your choice. For example, it could be a booking type application or an order processing type. So what this question is actually saying is they need to look at a company. It could be a company that they already know, and they see that this company actually need a database system. For you to be able to analyze the data, you need the data stored somewhere. Okay, and in the enterprise, they use database. So you store your data inside a database. So their objective is to design a database whereby it will involve all the database objects, the tables, view, every other thing that is needed. So they need to develop the database. They need to also develop a data for the database. They need to load the data into the table that will be created, and they also need to answer questions according to the database. Okay, so it's a great task. So, and I believe we are going to hear interesting discovery today. All right, so the second question is on Power BI. So the first question is on SQL. The second question is on Power BI. So this is an healthcare analysis. You are a data analyst at a national healthcare oversight organization. You have been given access to a data set of these. Okay, so they are going to work on healthcare data set. Okay, so and they're going to answer some questions. So we have it here. While the third one is on Excel, we talks about their finance dashboard. So they're also going to explain that. Okay, so before I go there, there's something I copied here that I want to show us. Yeah, I have this. I posted this job. I intentionally posted it on the community group. So most of our jobs, we post it on Open My Offer Letter. So this is on the community group. The reason why I posted there is that if you're able to go through our class, you will be able to apply for 4 out of these 5 job roles. You can see these are different job roles. So as a data analyst, you can work as a finance analyst. You can work as a revenue assurance analyst. You can work as a reconciliation analyst. The only thing you need to know with what you are going to learn from us is the domain knowledge. If you remember when Oluwashin was presenting, she's currently working in as a finance analyst, a business strategies analyst in a finance company. So she brings the knowledge of the analysis, which is analyst, into that domain. And you can easily learn the domain language. You can easily understand the domain language once you have these tools. Okay, so the reason why I'm saying this is as a data analyst, as a graduate of our school, don't limit yourself to only applying to a data analyst role. There are several roles that you can apply to. The only thing you need to have is the domain knowledge. All right. So thank you so much. So now we are going to give the floor to our presenter. All right. So I think we are going to go through this. So we are going to start from Musa. Musa, are you ready for us? So, yeah, we'll go this way. Musa, Jumai, Vera, Tanstan. So one good thing about this batch is we have an Indian among us. Tanstan is from Indian, and he also joined us. And I believe if he's here, he's going to, let me check if he's on this call. He has really learned a lot from this training because I received feedback from sponsor, from the people that recommend him to us. So he has really learned a lot of things from this thing. So Tanstan, thank you for trusting us. All right, sir. Musa, you have the floor now.
Okay, sir.
Please, I would like you to use your video. You can share your screen as well. Share your project.
I've sent the request to share this screen.
Yes. All right, you can share your screen now, please. So Musa, you have 10 minutes. So everybody has 10 minutes because we have a lot of people presenting today. So you have 10 minutes and you need to to present for us to understand what you have done so far.
Okay, sir. Good evening, everyone. I'm here to present my capstone project, which is on SQL, Power BI, and Excel. The first I have is on Excel, and it has to do with creating a database. And I look at a school named KFAS International College because they have issue of missing files. They have issues in getting data, student record. So I look at it that they need admission database. So I went ahead. The first thing I did is to create the database. This is the overview of the student admission database of KFAS International College. I designed it to streamline and manage student enrollment effectively. It captures and organizes essential information such as applicants, personal details, academic record, parent information, and admission status. The database is structured to ensure accuracy, reduce duplication, and make data retrieval easy for decision making. This is the query I use in creating the database. Create database student admission. After which, I went to the next step to create 6 tables. That is the applicant table, parent table, program table, application table, entrance exam, and admission offers. The applicant table stores student details. Parent table stores parent details and link to the applicants. Program table lists available study program. Table went ahead to do the same thing for program table, application table, and table. Went ahead to do the same thing for program table, entrance table, admission offer, and record here. And what it does is to connect the tables. And we also have the foreign key. What is a foreign key? A foreign key is a link from one table to another. If you look at the table in the middle here, we have the applicant table. The applicant ID here is the primary key in applicant table, while the parent ID is the primary key on the parent table. But if you look at it very well, we also have the applicant ID in the parent table. So the applicant ID here in the parent table is the foreign key. That is what is linking applicant table to the parent table. Going ahead, I have a table structure here. What does this say? It just also explain further about the foreign key and the primary keys. After that was done, I went ahead to test my database. The first thing I did is to run this query. I wanted to know the total number of applicants for that session. So I wrote select star from applicants, and it gave me the whole name, the whole details, the whole data of the applicants. The next I did is to find all applicants who passed the entrance exam. I have the syntax here, and I have the results. The second query is to read accepted applicants with their parent details. This has to do with 2 tables. So that is why we use the join statement. This query shows how the system helps the school make decisions and follow up with parents. The next, I want to talk about the security, the integrity, the ethics, and the data governance. For the security, I use user access control, so only authorized staff can view or edit admission records. I also protected the database with password and encryption. For integrity, I enforced primary and foreign keys to keep data consistent. For ethics, I ensure students and parent personal information are kept confidential. For data governance, I establish clear policies for who can impute, update, or delete records. And I also back up the database regularly and store copies. In conclusion, the KFAS International College Database provides a structured way to manage admissions. It ensures data is accurate through normalization. It ensures data is secured through control access. It ensures data is ethical by protecting student privacy. It ensures data is governed properly with policies and backup. With this system, KFAS International College can handle admission in a faster, more reliable, and professional way without dealing with missing files. The next is US hospital healthcare analysis using Power BI. I'll be sharing key insights from an analysis of 55,500 admitted patients in the US hospital system. This study provides us with valuable information about patient demographics, common health conditions, hospital operations, and health costs. Before I dive into my dashboard, I would like to define some keywords. We have some definition of some keywords here. Healthcare, the organized provision of medical services to maintain and improve health. Patient, a person receiving medical care or treatment from healthcare professionals. And I have other definitions here, but because of time, I want to quickly go to my dashboard. This is my dashboard here. I'll be sharing out of 55 total patients, 55,500 patients were admitted, and we have 27,750 female. That is about 50% of all the patients in the hospital. We also have 22,200 male and 5,500 as non-binary. Females make up the largest share across all medical conditions, which says that men are more to seek hospital care compared to men. You can see that here in the first chart here, because this sky blue here indicates female, and you can see it's showing on the chart. When we look at the age distribution, patients between age 55 and 64 years old, you can see that the first here years represent the largest age group. They are followed by those in the 35 and 45 and 45 to 54 age groups. This indicates that older adults are more prone to chronic conditions, while people in their midlife also face significant health challenges. In terms of blood type, tertiary blood type, now the next chart. A positive is most common, followed by 0 positive, while B positive is the least represented. This information is important for hospital blood bank planning, since A positive and O positive blood are in high demand. The top conditions observed are diabetes, hypertension, and obesity, with asthma being the least common. Diabetes and hypertension, it affects about 25% of patients. We can see it from this chart, from the donor chart here. Obesity accounts for 22%. Cancer accounts for 10%. Looking at average length of stay in the hospital, patients with hypertension stay the longest, averaging about 15.64 days, followed closely by those with arthritis. Asthma patients have the shortest average length of stay. Treatment pattern. We can see from the table here in the middle, diabetes patients often receive Lipton as their treatment. Hypertension patients are mostly treated with penicillin. Cancer patients with aspirin. Asthma, arthritis, and obesity with paracetamol. In this research, it made me to understand that paracetamol is not just as ordinary as I thought it was. Among hospitals now, I have 2 dashboards for this presentation. This is the next dashboard, patient by hospital and test results. Among hospitals, Austin Methodist Hospital recorded the highest number of test results, whether normal, abnormal, or inconclusive, followed by Johns Hopkins and UCLA Medical Hospital. When it comes to cost, the conditions driving highest hospital expenses are diabetes, hypertension, and obesity across all facilities. Admissions are mostly even distributed. Elective admission account for 34%. You can see it from the donor chart here. Urgent admission also 33%. Emergency admissions make up the remaining 33%. Healthcare costs and insurance. In total, the hospital system billed about $1.42 billion. The biggest contributors were Medicare, which spent about $184 million and $170 million on hypertension, and with United Healthcare, which also bore significant costs of over $100 million each for those conditions. Recommendations now. Focus should be on reducing diabetes, hypertension, and obesity through lifestyle campaigns, exercise, regular checkups, and early detection. Screening and orientation should be based on age group, not general. For age group 35 to 40, there should be hypertension, orientation, and screening. For ages 45 to 54 and 65 to 74, there should be emphasis on diabetes and cancer check. For elderly patients, they should prioritize cancer management. There should be a better negotiation for drug procurement for common treatments like paracetamol, penicillin, and Lipton, and encourage outpatient care where possible to shorten hospital stay. Strengthening of Austin Medical Hospital capacity, since it handles the largest patient volume and workload, should be distributed more evenly across hospitals to avoid over concentration. Ensure that A+ and O+ blood types are adequately stocked to meet demand. Further research should be carried out on why women dominate admissions, whether it is due to health-seeking behavior, high chronic disease prevalence, or social factors. In summary, this analysis not only shed light on the major health conditions facing patients today, but also highlight opportunities for prevention, cost savings, and better hospital resource planning. By acting on this recommendation, hospitals and healthcare providers can improve patient care, manage costs more effectively, and strengthen the entire health system. Here are my key findings and the recommendations. The next and the last presentation tonight is on personal finance analysis using Excel. Before I go to my dashboard, I would like to just give an overview of what personal finance analysis is. It's a way of examining income, expenses, savings, and investment to understand an individual's financial health. It helps track where money comes from, how it is spent, and what balance remains for future goals. By analyzing financial patterns, one can identify strengths, such as steady income or surplus savings, and weaknesses, such as overspending or reliance on a single income source. Ultimately, personal finance analysis empowers individuals to make informed decisions, achieve financial stability, and build sustainable wealth. Here's my dashboard for the analysis. From the dashboard here, we can see we have the total income. My total income is $65,440. My total spending is $30,191, and I have available balance of $35,249. This shows that I spent about 46% of my income while saving 54%, which is a healthy financial balance. In terms of income, the main source of income is data acquisition. Here it is, which contributed $50,000. That is about 76% of the total income. YouTube brought in $10,940. That is about 17%, while Teachable added $4,500. That is about 7%. Income flow was uneven across the week and months. The highest income was recorded on Monday with a total sum of $31,400. The highest monthly income came in January with a total of $14,000. There was no income at all on Wednesdays and Saturdays, which shows inconsistency in revenue streams. Spending analysis now. My top spending was on housing, which is $9,000. Grocery, $6,104. Clothes, $4,304. Entertainment, $1,813. And $1,500 was used for cash loan repayment. The highest monthly spending was in May with a total sum of $3,116. Highest weekly spending occurred on Tuesday with a total sum of $5,594. This reveals that a large share of spending goes into essentials like housing and groceries, while items such as clothes and entertainment also take some portion. My key insight now. Financial health is positive with a surplus balance of $35,249. High dependency on a single income source, that is debt with decision, that is about 76%.
Okay.
Income gaps observed on Wednesdays.
Time up. Please round up.
Spending on entertainment will be better controlled. Recommendations now, and I'll round up, sir. Reduce reliance on data with decisions by strengthening YouTube and Teachable. Address income gaps by spreading activities. Essentials like housing and groceries adjusted. But spending on clothes and other things can be monitored. With over $35,000 available balance, I should consider saving it or investing it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Musa. This is a very, very nice presentation. Well done. I believe, is there any question before we go to the next person? Any question from anyone? If you want to ask a question, you can put up your hand, please. Thank you so much, Musa, for this wonderful presentation. So I believe good evening. Okay. Yes, please. Good evening.
Network, because it's came to now. The network, Agalan places. No, Alaka, I might want to mute that person.
I thought she was talking to us. Thank you so much, Mr. Lawrence. All right, I think let's just, we can't hear you, Chinyere. All right, so I think let's bring in question from the judges for others. Mr. Lawrence, please, you are also going to ask question. So let's start with Johnson. Mr. Johnson, please go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Musa, thank you for taking us through your project. It was quite insightful. Yeah, but I have one question regarding the Power BI section. Trying to know the source of the data. Was it stored in a flat file or a database, or are you scraping it from the web?
No, it was given to us in an Excel file.
Okay. So that's more or less like from flat file. All right. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Mr. Funshaw, do you have any question for him? Mr. Lawrence, do you have any question for him?
Yeah, from my end, it's more of a recommendation. So first, I'm very well impressed with the presentation.
right? From the definition of terms, like he put us through like from A to Z, from the definition, key insights, and all that. So I want to, give it to you, Mr. Thank you very much. It's just that I have a concern with one of the dashboard, the second dashboard under the hospital healthcare. I don't know if you can quickly run through it. So alignment is very important when you are presenting dashboard. I don't know if it's are you the one presenting, Musa?
Yes.
Yes,
let's
we can
quickly
move to that dashboard, please.
Yeah, let's quickly move to that dashboard.
I'm there already.
Is it from my end?
We are seeing something else. Maybe you are using two screen. We are seeing the definition of some keys word.
Yeah, definition of keywords. And then I also like under the personal finance, like I like the dashboard. The fact that we're talking about money, and then your representation was the MasterCard, the ATM and all that, and then the housing and all that. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So this dashboard here, right? Try to always align your dashboard. So you see that the alignment at the top does not align with the ones below. As much as possible, let them be on the same line, right? On the same line. Okay. This header, this US major healthcare hospital, you could as well make it the entire length, right? But make sure that these other 6, they are on the same alignment. It makes your work, look better, and you can put in some other visuals, right? Down just to occupy the lower part or the upper part, right? But make sure that everything is in alignment. That's just like my recommendation. Thank you very much. I enjoyed your presentation.
Thank you so much for that, Mr. Lawrence. All right, so we are proposing a section soon on how to create data frame, wire frame for dashboard. So we are going to put the notice soon, so that when you have a wire frame, it will be easy to it will be well aligned, because you already created your wire frame from another source. I just put in the chart on top of them. So we are going to bring up the section, and everybody are going to be invited. All right, Mr. Funsho, do you have any question before we go to the next? Akindele, you can prepare for the next. Mr. Funsho, any question?
I have no question, but let me just commend Mr. Musa. That was a nice presentation.
Great. Thank you. All right, thank you, Musa. Well done. Great one. So you can stop sharing. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Akindele, you can come up now.
Okay.
You can stop sharing, Musa. Great.
Can you see the screen?
Yeah, it's coming up. Okay, we can see your screen now. You can use your video.
Okay, I already used my video.
Yeah, go ahead, please. You have 10 minutes.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone from here. Thanks for being here. I'm here to present my custom projects. Start with the SQL project. This is my petroleum database project. So my area of concentration is on petroleum. So I had a bachelor's degree in geology, so I know a little bit, even though I'm doing a master's in statistics, I know a little bit of petroleum. So this database it has to do with the fields of upstream all the way to the refinery gate. So my goal was to keep it practical, easy to understand, easy to query, strong data quality and performance. So the second slide.
Yeah, you can use F5 to present your screen.
Okay.
Yeah. Great.
So this is the agenda. We're going to look at the scenario, the AR model, normalization, SQL, essential queries, security, and troubleshooting. When we are talking about petroleum geology, This aspect I'm focusing on is oil and gas. In the oil and gas sector, we have 3 stages. We have the upstream, we have the midstream, as well as downstream. So the upstream has to do with geology, has to do with the basin, the fields, and the wells. So this is where we actually use oil and gas. While the midstream has to do with the transportation, moving oil through the pipelines, rails, trucks, or vessels. Downstream has to do with the refineries turning the crude oil into products like gasoline, diesel, jet fuel. So my database mirrors that flow so that the tables feel natural. The question we ask makes business sense. So the application area now, looking at the application area. So what I did was I modeled an end-to-end crude supply chain. In this world, like a multinational operator in Florence Basin, discover fees, raise wells, and report monthly production. So what government does is to issue license to companies to operate on it. So any oil and gas company that we see, they cannot operate on a field without being issued license by the government. So the produce crude oil is shipped to refineries, and refineries called monthly runs and product is. So that is just the production, the logistics, and the processing. So looking at the next slide, talking about the business rules. So what I did, here are the everyday rules I enforce. The country has many basins. The basin has many fields. It has many wells. It has many production. So if you have multiple licenses over time, but each license has one operator company, the start date, expiring date, and also the royalty rate. So the refinery belongs to a country and has an owner company, and each refinery records monthly runs and utilization. And what shipment does is to connect where crude oil came from, that is from the field, to where it's from, that is the refinery. The date with the volume, the API. The word API means American Petroleum Institute number, gravity, transport mode, stations. So all these things are already built in the table. So looking at the ER diagram. So like I have 10 tables here. So this is the AR diagram. Sorry. So here is the relationship map. The country is joined to the basin. So basin is joined to the well to the production, one to many chain. Field is joined to the licenses, and license and company is joined to the licenses, where which capture who operates what and when. So the country is joined to the refineries and company to the refineries. So we could see that the shipment breed the fields and the refinery like many to many. So looking at the table, these are my tables. In each table, I have like 200 rows. Countries, company, basin fees, production monthly licenses, refineries, refinery runs monthly. So I created the table. I created all the 10 table, and I started at least one value row per table to so every foreign key is showing. So I have the foreign key and also the primary key. So wherever we see the IDs like the shipment ID, run ID, license ID, and the license, they are all the primary keys. So the foreign keys connect one table further. Now let's go to the query. So what this project is all about is about being able to answer few questions using queries and also to present the output. So the first question that we had is that in July 2025, how much did each feed produce? So looking at this output, we could see that in July 2025, I sum up oil, gas, and water by feet for a year to be equal to 2025, and the month to be equal to the month of July, and sort by oil from the highest to the lowest. So we could see from this output that the first line there, the first feed has the highest output based on the oil, the gas, and the water. Second question is, which licenses expire on June 2022 and operated? So I run the query. So looking at this, we could see that the license that was about to be expired in June 2032. So these are all the licenses, including the complaint, the fee, and the expiration date. So, top question is, in July 2025, which food shipment were delivered and how much? Which food shipment were delivered and how much volume and API? How were they transported? Which refinery or country received them? So these are the outputs. I use the select to find the good shipment that were delivered and see on the screen. So the next one is the last question is official runs from refinery for the month of July. So what I did here as well is to find the API, how did it move, which refinery and country receive it. So each row is a delivered shipment from the origin field to the refinery to date, volume, and API transport. So this makes it easy to reconcile supply to refinery intake and also to verify ship the right parents to the right place. So finally, looking at the integrity and security, what I did here was to like on security, I kept it straight and simple, role-based assets with the least privilege, and I used the description, auditing, and also the monitoring and the resilience, also regulated encrypted outputs tested, restore, so we can actually recover. So that is the end of the database project. So I'm going to go to my Power BI now. So I would like to share my Power BI.
Five minutes more.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
This is my Power BI. So for the Power BI analysis, what I did, I stormed a data set of 55,000 patient records from 10 hospitals, like 3-page Power BI. The first page is the patient summary. Second page is hospital insurance, and the third page is condition and treatment. So in the first page, we can see the top cards. Across the top, you see the big four. Let's say for actual patient count, the emergency, the average length of stay, and also the total billing. So this number anchor the rest of these of this discussion. So looking at on the left side, you see that the A positive is the living blood group, followed by O positive. So the smaller types are fairly even after. So looking at the middle one, the donor chart, which is the gender, we have the donor chart is like it's nicely balanced. We have 50% female, the male is 40%, and the non-binary is 10%. So admission, looking at the patient count by age group, I use the combo flow chart to make this visual. So if you look at the chart, you can easily drill down. You can drill down to find the number of patients for each age group. For instance, the age group between 30 and 39, you can drill down to find the number of female, order that one, and also the number of male, and also the binary, like that. So across the left here, we also have the patient count by year. You can also drill down to month as well to see the number of patients being admitted in a particular month. Also, we have the admission count by patient count by admission type, the elective, the urgent, and also the emergency. And also we have the patient count by medical condition. So going to the hospital insurance now, I can easily come to the next visual here. So this is the hospital insurance patient count average covered by insurance provider, and also the total billing by insurance provider. We can see that Medicaid is the highest insurance provider. So this is my geographical distribution, and also the table here shows the top, not really a top 5, that was a mistake from my hand, shows the hospital with the percentage of total admission, average length of stays, average cost, and the price. So to the right side here, we also have a relationship between average length of days, average length of days, and average billing. I use scatter plot to make this visual. So looking at the condition and treatment, diabetes and hypertension and obesity give us the highest number of results. We could see diabetes 52% abnormal, followed by we have hypertension 100% abnormal based on the test result. Also on the right side, we have the average cost per patient by condition. So based on the condition, we can see the number of patients that are asthmatic in nature. We have the obesity, the hypertension as well. So I think because of my time, I would like to move to the next project, which is the Excel, quickly. So this is my calculation page. So I use Power Query to make this calculation, and also the pivot table. So these are my charts. I have my chart here. Oh, sorry.
2 minutes more.
These are my chart, and also this is my dashboard. So I have the dashboard. The total sum of expenses is $30,191 with the income of $65,440. So my income comes from data with decision with the amount of 50,000, followed by YouTube, and followed by Teachable, which is 4,500. So across the right side, you could see my top of expenses, housing, groceries, clothes, entertainment, and cash loan. So these are my chart. This chart shows the monthly direct income and expenses, and also the weekly cash flow inside. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Akindele. Very, very good presentation. Yeah, you really did a very good job. All right. Our judge, please, can you ask him question? Any question for him?
Okay. Thank you very much, Akindele. Very nice one. I will still speak on the alignment. If you can go back a little bit, let me just show you something. Under the healthcare analysis, Because these things, they look, they look like it's not anything, but it's actually something, right? Especially when you are presenting to, like an audience, or, maybe in your workplace, you are presenting to senior management and all that. It's very important that, your charts are in alignment.
Yeah, go to the Power BI, please. Power BI.
Power BI, yes.
Yes.
I want to spot out something for you on how you can, kind of rearrange. Is everything on this same?
Yeah, I mean, you use the Power BI itself so that you can navigate. So we need to stop sharing these and share the Power BI. Yes.
Okay, yes, this is what I want. So this test result by condition, right? And below medication utilization by category, you see that it's almost the same size, right? You could as well, put both of them on the same column, right? Yeah, it's a column now, yes. So you can put both of them together. You can swap, the one below, right? Just so that, they can have the same size, right? Something of that nature, as simple as it is, it can make a whole lot of difference in your presentation. If you had swapped it, you notice that both of them would have been same size on this side, same size on this other side. Just something I felt I should just point out to you. But overall, thank you very much for the presentation.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Mr. Johnson.
Yeah, Mr. Akindele, thank you so much for your time and your time management as well too. Yeah. So firstly, I would like to say thank you for the way you run us through your project. I guess the same thing. We are both from the same field. I guess the same thing drives us to data. I started from oil and gas too. So I like your problem statement in the way you design your database. Yeah, from the upstream down to downstream. But I have some questions. Like you are able to use your database design to answer some questions, which I saw the volume of oil, of gas. So, but can your current database design can we be able to use it to be able to calculate our BSW?
Actually, you have to let me know what is the meaning of BSW.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'll come back to that because I saw that I can see you calculated volume of water, oil, right?
Yes.
Yeah, BSW, bottom sediment water. That's like you are trying to get the amount of water, percentage of water, because this is very useful in the oil and gas industry to be able to. Because I saw that you really have a huge domain knowledge in that aspect. So, does your database design can it cater for that so that we can be able to know what is the percentage of water from your production at the upstream?
Actually, to frankly and sincere with you, sir, I have limited knowledge about geology. The area where I know of is where I design.
Okay, because I saw that you really I didn't know that. Okay, because I saw that you really did a lot of work, because I saw that since you cater for I can see the volume of oil, volume of water. Yes. So with that, we should be able to do that. Then also, I'm also looking at, because you are solving a real-time scenario. Let's assume that the owner of the field that you just designed a database for, let's say, apart from what they are producing, they have their own field. Let's say they now have a field. Maybe another company is now producing into their own their own facilities. Let's say we have company A, B, C producing into their facility, and with your database design, is it sufficient for them to be able to do something like reconciliation, whereby they can be able to know the amount that company A is bringing to their facility, company B, company C? So this can, I guess, this is common back home in Nigeria, whereby you see different companies, let's say, using another facility to produce. Maybe at the early stage, you don't have the capacity to produce. Can this your database design cater for that? And if not, what do you think? What kind of table are you going to add so that you can be able to capture for that in case, business, let's say you design this for a business and they might want to maybe tweak their, what's it called, their solution. Maybe as a consultant to them. So can it cater for something like that?
Yeah, I believe so that it can cater for something like this, because when we look at the table has different company, like look at the table, we have company, different kind of company, different kind of
Please be audible. We can't hear you very well.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
So like I said, I believe that this project can cater for that, because when we look at the table, we see that we have different kind of company table. We have the company table, we have the fee table. We also have the license table and some other tables as well. So I believe that if the company asks about how much oil is going to produce maybe in the next few months, in the next couple of years, looking at the table, can easily write a query to be able to know how much we produce in that particular period.
All right, thank you, Mr. Akindele. Thank you so much. I really see that you are really grounded in the area of oil and gas from the way you took us from the start to finish. And once again, I want to commend you for the data for the Power BI. It was very interactive. It's very dynamic. I can easily move from one page to another with those features I saw. Thank you for your time. All right, thank you. That will be all from my side.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Johnson, for that. Mr. Funshaw, do you have any addition? Do you have anything to add? All right. From my side, I mean, you did a very good job. I love the interface for the Power BI. It's beautiful. The only thing is just the alignment. Just make sure that make sure that they are all aligned and they are pleasing. So well done. You did a very, very good job. Well done. Also, the question our judge hacks from you, these are the type of things they can ask you during job interview. During job interview, they will ask you, tell me about yourself. So, when you are telling them about yourself, you need to tell them about what you have done, projects you have worked on. So if you tell them about this project, these are the likely questions they will ask you. And the same way you are answering the question now is how you are going to answer them. There is nothing impossible. You design a database according to the use case. If the use case include this, then it is going to be included. You don't just design a database for universal use. You need to design it for a particular purpose. So if different companies working using the same facility is part of the use case business rule, then it is possible. Then you can add some tables, then do your analysis. Okay, so thank you. I appreciate the way you answer the question. Some people will shy away and say, no, it's not possible. That is what our teacher said we should do. So we only did what they asked us to do. So I appreciate you. Well done. All right. So we'll go to the next person. Next person on the line I think Vera. Vera, are you ready for us?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Vera. Yes, please. Come up.
Okay.
You can stop sharing, Akindele. Vera, please use your video.
Okay.
So others, please get ready. So that, please, you have 10 minutes.
All right. I don't know, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen. Go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Vera Osaitin Ogaime. So, here's my presentation on SQL, Power BI, and Excel.
So my project is on online catering order and delivery management system.
You can use F5 to make it big.
Okay. Sorry, I've lost I can't see my presentation.
Yeah, we can see your screen. You can use the arrow button to
use the arrow
control it.
button. Next, yeah. Check down to the right. The arrow button down.
Or you stop sharing and reshare again.
Okay. Okay, this project presents an online catering order and delivery management system designed to streamline catering services. It enables customers to place online order, track deliveries, and manage payments efficiently. This system benefits both catering businesses and customers by improving convenience, transparency, and operational efficiency. My objective is to enable customers to order meals online, provide real-time order tracking, manage delivery operations efficiently, ensure secure useful business and delivery report. So I have customer, menu item, order item, payment, staff, delivery, and customer. So this is my ER diagram with my entities. I created 8 tables. So I have the customer table, the menu item. Customer table is where the customer puts in their information, their full name, email, phone number, address. Then the menu item is where I have my menu, the different type of food. Then this order table is where a customer fill in what they want, then payment, staff, delivery, then feedback from the customer. So here's my code I use on SQL to create my tables. Yes, so the customer ID is the primary key here. Then I have my menu item, I have my order table, order item, then payment table, delivery and feedback. So here are my tables. So I created 3 entries. So on my customer table, I have 3 customers, John Dio, Faith Nabulele, then John Ogaime. Then on my menu, I have jollof rice and chicken, coconut rice and chicken, fried rice and croaker fish. So this order table is where the customers, they place their order. So you can see order date, the time, delivery time, order date, and the status is pending, then the total amount of the food. This is where payment is being made. So I have 3 methods of payment. Is either you're making transfer or card, or you're paying cash. Okay. This system ensures that your data privacy, secures payment processing, and ethical practice in customer service and delivery management. In summary, this system database ensures that only authorized users can access it, that's security. Then the data remains accurate and consistent, that's integrity, and that the business respects customers' privacy and ethical responsibility. This builds trust and ensures compliance with laws. So this dashboard shows the 10 major hospitals across US. The data captures a broad view of hospital admission, medical condition, medication, insurance provider, and treatment costs. So I was able to uncover insights that can drive better health decision, optimize costs across hospital, identify trend, and stakeholder make informed decision. So the most common age and gender and blood group type among patients. So from my dashboard, from 0 to 17 age, they are not really prone to having any of the disease, like the disease already, like diabetes, hypertension, obesity, arthritis, cancer, and asthma. But from 18 to 34, I think this is the age they are prone to. I know from my analysis, this is the age they are prone to having that the different type of medical condition. And from my analysis, from age 18 to 34 is the highest. Then followed by from 50 years to 64 years. Then the blood group type, I have a blood group. The blood type, most common blood type that have this medical condition is A+. Then total admission by medical condition. Total admission by medical condition, we have diabetes. Diabetes patients are most admitted. Then my next slide. How long do patients typically stay in the hospital? So from my analysis, hypertension and arthritis stay longer in the hospital. Yeah. Oh, sorry, you took my light. Then how much does treatment usually cost? So from average of billing amount by hospital, we have the Cedar Hospital, like they are the most expensive. Then average billing amount by medical condition, we have asthma. Asthma is the most expensive. So hospitals that treat patients the most, we have Houston Hospital. Then medication, we have Lipitor as the.
Yeah, I can see your finance.
Okay, you can see it. Okay.
Just go ahead, yes.
Sorry. Okay, this is my personal finance dashboard using Excel. So my available balance is $35,249 US dollars. So this is my MasterCard. So expenses is $30,000. My income is $65,000. My income is more than double of the expenses, which is positive. Then the income source, So income source, data with decision, that's $50, YouTube $10, then Teachable $4,500. So my top spending from the dashboard is $9,000. Groceries, I spent $6,000. Clothes, that's $4,303. Entertainment, $1,000. Cash loan, $1,500. The monthly income and spending. My max spending is $900. It means I have
2 minutes more.
Yeah, sorry. It means I have to control my spending habits. The max income is 5,000. Then weekly trend, highest spending is on Monday. My highest spend is on Mondays. So that's the end of my presentation.
Thank you so much for that. Okay, so before the judges come on board, why do you spend so much on Monday?
Are you there? Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Why do you spend so much on Monday?
Monday, I plan for the many days by Monday. Monday is where I do my plans and for the week. Yeah.
Okay, that was just a lighter one. All right, the judges, question time now.
All right, so I'll go first. Thank you, Vera. Thank you for the presentation. More interesting is the fact that we are talking online catering order. I haven't been in the e-commerce and then now in the ride hailing. So it's something that is a lot of interest to me. So I don't know if you can share your screen. Let me just show you one or two things. So first, under your payment method, I think you should include barcode, right? Barcode is missing. There are other payment options. So cash transfer, I think barcode should be there also. Then your chat, when you are choosing charts, make sure you choose something that can really present your numbers. Okay, so yes, under the ER diagram, stop. So under the ER diagram, I'm seeing like some form of these things are there. This feedback now is not tied, is not linked to anything. And then payment to staff, there is no that arrow. And then also know that the arrow is not just one direction. You can have multiple arrows, like order could be linked to staff and linked to any other thing. So take note of that. You can move next.
Okay.
Then, okay, go to the charts where you have the health analysis dashboard. Next, this one was very beautiful. Yeah.
Next.
Yeah. Okay, so yes, here, starting from here, right? This medical condition, right? I can't at a glance see what these numbers are. I mean the one to the right now. You should choose a chart that does some level of justice so that at a glance your audience can see the numbers, right? So I can't really pick. Everything looks the same to me, right? So in the choice of your chart, choose something that can easily bring out the numbers. Next. Same for these also, right? Yeah, same for these also. Like they look like almost the same height. So I can't really see, the numbers and then the insight you are trying to give. Overall, it was a very good presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much for that. Mr. Johnson, Mr. Afunsho.
For my hand, thank you for your time, Vera. I want to ask, are you into catering?
I'm a chef, yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. That's a good one for you to have time to be able to do this. But anyway, this is a form of encouragement. I've worked with some different CEOs. I've worked with the type of CEO whereby all what they know is just the money part. But I've worked with some CEOs that even though they can sit with their employee, I also do the dirty job too. All of this, what's it called? Writing script like that. So even though you might at a level in your business, you might not even have time to do all of this. But if they present something to you, because you have the the solid foundation you need, you can easily point out some stuff. So very good ones for you to take going into this training. That's one. Then some of those pointers already that I want to highlight has already been explained, especially the one that has to do with the ERP. Because I saw that in your ERP, like the way it was mentioned earlier, they were not connected. Because merely looking at your ERP, I can even understand what your business is all about. You can show it again. From looking at if the ERP is well, what's it called? The ER is well drawn. I can easily say that this is how what business is doing. But from here, I can see that the feedback supposed to be connected to the customer, but they were not well connected. So because if it's well done, even though without looking at the other part, I can easily understand what your business is all about. So that's the feedback I want to give.
Thank you for that.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Funshaw?
Yeah, a nice job you've done there. But one question I want to ask as a layman, let me see, okay, I don't know anything about this, and I just want to know, okay, kind of dashboard, this report, civil report, and how did you get the data source? Or where did you get it? Where is it from?
Okay, it was given to us. It was part of the Capstone project. Like it was given to us. The data was given to us already.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. I just wanted to know.
All right, thank you, everyone. So, I mean, I'm really impressed with all the presentation. You know, for the first question, they need to think about a project. They need to think about a solution to build for any complaint that might come to their mind. And I really appreciate that they're able to pick things. It's a difficult task, I know, but they're able to look at what they love doing and create something from it. So well done, Vera, and well done everyone that have presented. All right, so we'll go to the next person. The next person on the line is HY Mode. Are you ready for us? Yeah, you can stop sharing now, Vera. Thank you.
Let me share my screen, please. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
All right, thank you very much. Let me quickly share my... Sorry. Oh. All right, can you see my screen now?
It is coming up. Yes.
Sorry. All right, good evening, everybody. My name is Adimodia Ayokunle. I'm presenting my Capstone projects for data analysis for batch 8, and for the purpose of this project, I'm expected as a data analyst I'm expected to be an expert in collecting, cleaning, and interpreting large data sets to support business decision making. And for this project, I actually concentrate on using tools such as Excel, SQL, and Power BI to uncover insights, create dashboard, and present data-driven recommendations that improve performance and efficiency across board. Aim and objective. The aim and objective of my presentation is to defend my final Capstone project under the tutelage of guidance from KZ, the solution lecturers. And the project is actually divided into 3. We have the SQL, we have Power BI visualization, and Excel data cleaning and visualization. Meanwhile, my project I will be presenting from down to bottom. So starting with the third one, which is the Excel, which has to do with personal finance. So I use a data set to design an Excel visualization for my personal finance dashboard. And this is the dashboard. As we can see, I have the available, now the data was given as an Excel, and which was cleaned, and I eventually used to design this particular dashboard that we're virtually seeing right now. My available balance, as we can see, is $35,249. And if you check, my income resources majorly came from data and decision, Teachable and YouTube. Meanwhile, my spending, the highest spending I have is on house rent. So meaning that most of my income, I spend it on house rent, whereby I spend part of it on equally on grocery. And from the monthly trend, as you can see below, January happens to be the highest time I'm having highest income, while Monday, meanwhile, where Monday is the highest time I'm having what's it called? Yeah, the highest income as well. Possibly because January, possibly maybe because I have a double salary or increases for December. So that actually normally extend into my monthly expense for January. And as you can see, the maximum spending I have is $900, while my maximum income is $5,000. I have I nearly take loan, as we can see. My highest cash loan is 1,500. So moving to the next one, which is the Power BI healthcare analysis. This particular one was equally given on Excel. So the Excel was actually loaded and clean, and I was able to use the extract load and extract ETL, extract transform and loading. So by the time we get to the dashboard, we'll see from my findings. From the dashboard, we'll be able to see that the most common age group is of admission is between 45 to 64 age. 64 years people, we have 16,476 people that was admitted within that range. Most common gender admitted, female, possibly because female has a lot of health issue. That's why we have highest they have 27,750, and we equally have the highest admission would be A plus 19,425. And the most common medical condition there is diabetes, which is 13,875 admission. Hospital with the highest volume is Hudson Methodist Hospital, which has 20,420 admission as well. And the most common admission type is elective, 18,655. Top insurer, that's the insurer that insure their patient is Medicare. They have 27,750 patients as well. And this shows when the data is being cleaned from the environment. After being cleaned, it was loaded, and I was able to come up with this create measure. You can see on the right hand side, this is when the measure are being created, related measure that will help me come up with these my final dashboard. So going to the final page of where my dashboard is, as we can see. Sorry. Something is blocking my screen. Okay. Okay. Sorry, it's like my.
Yeah, I think you can reshare now.
All right, can you still see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so this is my final dashboard, as we can see. Like I was explaining the other time, from the right bottom on the right, we can see the age group 41 to 46. We have people with obesity for 4160, age 61 to 80 as well. But when it gets to 81 to 100, it reduced. Between 1 to 20, it reduced. So between the age of 21 to 40, 41 to 60, and 61 to 80, we can see that we have people with obesity, hypertension, diabetes on the high side, meaning that people in that age group need to watch whatever they are doing wrongly to ensure that we are not being equally on the left side. we can say that the high number of people with hypertension is high. We have high number of people with hypertension. That's the one in blue, deep blue. We have like almost close to like 10,000 plus. I give us the value the other time. Meanwhile, the people with B plus group, B minus, AB, they don't even have hypertension. So the people with
2 minutes
blood
more.
group of, all right. So this is just the what's it called? The medical condition as well. So make me just go to the next one. Okay, this is still part of the dashboard. Like I said, Austin Methodist Hospital have the highest cancer, and the total we have the total patients, the sum of length of stay and everything. The total number of doctors we have is 40. So my SQL projects deal about food restaurant supply management. This system actually manages the supply chain of food ingredients, vendors, and others for an international restaurant chain. The restaurant operates in multiple countries and need a central system to manage their supplies, track their ingredient stocks, and monitor deliveries and control the cost. The goal is to ensure that restaurants always have fresh ingredients available, sourced from trusted vendors, and that the supply is cost effective and traceable. So these are the entities that was used for creating creating the projects, as in building up this particular database. We can see the suppliers of the food. Each food item has its own attributes, and each restaurant branch, orders, deliveries, restaurants, and data that involve under restaurant include the branch details, that includes location, manager and contact, supplier, the food item, order line, and delivery. So this the breakdown of the what's it called? The ER is actually broken down here. As you can see, the entities and attributes, like I earlier said, we have restaurant, where the restaurant's ID, name, location, manager, contact, and the relationship they have is as shown under, which has one restaurant places many order, and
1.5 minutes more.
Yeah. Okay, these are the breakdown of all the entity that was used. We can see that PK represent the primary key, while the FK there represent the foreign key. And the primary key is a foreign key on the other table. So these are the environment whereby when the database were being created, these are the codes that I copied from my SQL environment. And this is a capture of when the data were being created. You can see the process of creating the database. This is equally when they are inserting the information to create the table. And from the question that was given to us, we are expected to generate, input some information to bring out some table, which this is the process of inserting the data. And after they are inserted, this were the command that was used to select and generate the table. And these are the tables for each of them: restaurant ID, supplier ID, item. So going to the next question, we are expected to retrieve information from 3 tables. So using a join statement, I was able to join these 3 tables that we are seeing here right now: table 1, table 2, table 3, using the order ID there. Sorry, the restaurant ID as the primary key that is linking them together. So, and this is the second query that was generated as well. This particular lists all the food items with their shelf and price tag. The query will extract the food items along with their shelf life and price on the food table, item table, which helps in understanding the food items available and the other associated attributes. And the third query is this one, which equally talks about using joint statement, like I said earlier. So this one, the group by plus groups the results by order ID. So each order is represented once. So speaking to the last question, the security, let me just go to the conclusion so that I can. So in conclusion, maintaining security, integrity, ethics, and governance in the international food restaurant supply management is crucial for its successful and responsible operation by implementing strong authentication, validation, and encryption protocol, ensuring ethical data practices and establishing their clear data governance policy. The database will remain reliable if all these things are followed. It will be secured and aligned with industry standards. Thank you for listening.
Wow. This is great. Well done. Well done. This is really great, man. You really did a very, very, very good work. I wasn't expecting up to this. I'm really amazed. Thank you. Thank you for the good job. Yeah, the judges.
All right. Thank you very much, Ayo. I enjoyed myself, right? Thank you for taking us through all of this. The only concern I have is if you can go back to where you have total patient by medical condition. Back. Yes, stop here. Yeah. So this total patient by medical condition, I don't think that this line diagram is the best to have used, right? Line diagram is usually like to show sequence, right? Maybe rainfall over a period of time, something like that. So it's the same data. This one now you are speaking to diabetes, hypertension, you understand? So it's not advisable. I don't know if you correct me if I'm wrong. Right? It's
You're right. You're right.
Usually to show sequence.
It's for time series.
Yeah, time series, right? So not different data set now, but same data set over a period of time. So if I want to, look into that. Overall, thank you very much.
Great, great. Mr. Funshaw and
All right. Mr. Funshaw, are you going first?
No, continue.
Okay. Thank you, Ayokunle, for taking us through your project. I would like to commend you for that. Firstly, your technical skill is top notch. You're able to take us through your data cleaning, data transformation. I guess I heard that from you for the first time. And you did not only just mention it. I saw a place in your presentation where you mentioned the part of the data cleaning and transformation that you did, whereby you said you joined some columns together, you created a new column. That's a good one. You're not just showing us the what was it called because it is a technical presentation. The Power BI aspect, you show us the measure that you did, that's the calculation that you did to be able to arrive at your some of your what you have on your dashboard. But on the dashboard, because I saw you on your dashboard, I'm seeing total underscore patient, which I know it would be like a field in your table. I would have preferred something like patients by or whatever, or total, if you're saying total, instead of you saying under. For us, I know that it's coming from a particular field, but I would have make it so that because if somebody from the top management is looking at this, they want to see patient by what, not saying total underscore. Yeah, I know it's not really something too serious, but just for because we presented before top guys, which they might not really underscore whatever. So for us in the technical side, we'll know what you are talking about. So for me, I guess that's my observation. So thank you.
Great. Thank you. Mr. Funshaw?
Yeah, from me, I would say yes. Let me commend you. You've got a good, apart from the technical skill, you did a good job with the presentation. I think the skill was just top notch. I enjoyed the presentation from start to finish, and I say just keep it up. You can actually do better, but at least keep it up. Nice one.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Great. From my side, man, it is wonderful. Well done. Well done. Well done. All right. So,
please permit me to say
yes.
sorry for disturbing. Also, to add to that, I will also say you really did a wonderful job. In fact, you should also be looking at role in data engineering, not just as data analyst. You just need to have one or two stuff. Yeah. With your skill, also be looking at data engineering too. That will also be good.
Makes sense.
I'm actually doing the next project I will be submitting to Mr. Laka is about what I'm doing right now as an engineer right now. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much. We are really proud of you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Yeah. The next person on the line is Leslie. Leslie, are you there?
So, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, KZ Solution, for the opportunity to be giving this presentation. So my name is Leslie Abuchi. All right. So my presentation is on SIDA-Move Logistics Business Database Design. And I'm going to be walking you through the whole journey and process of how logistics works, the problems, and of course the solutions that we can prefer, to solve them. So first, the introduction, informal business analysis, application area, logistics and delivery. First, let me just give you an overview of what the logistics company or a logistics business is all about. So a logistics business or company manages the movement of goods from suppliers to customers. They also handle orders, shipments, employees, vehicles, and also deliveries. Potential business rules. Now, these are the rules that guide the business for it to thrive and, of course, for it to last long. So one of which is the customer can place many orders, but each order must belong to one customer. These are just the structures, of course, that we put in place so that we can serve customers better and have them returning. And these are the business rules. So I just mentioned one second one that we have is each order must be assigned to one shipment. A shipment can include multiple deliveries, but every delivery must belong to exactly one shipment. A delivery must have a driver, employee assigned to it. A vehicle, a vehicle can be used for multiple deliveries, but only one driver can operate it at a time. Payment must be completed before an order is scheduled for shipment. The data involved is the customer table, the order table, the shipment table, the delivery table, the employee table, and the vehicle table, and also the payment table. Now, the customer table has the customer ID, the name, the phone number, the address, and the email. These are the credentials we have to have a very proper customer base so that we can track every order. And of course, the order table, which has the order ID, the customer ID, the order date, the total amount, and the status. And also we have the shipment table, the shipment ID, the order ID, the vehicle ID, the driver's ID, the dates. And then also on the delivery's date, we have the delivery ID, the shipment ID, the route ID, the employee table, we have the employee ID, the name, the role, the driver, the management, the contact. The vehicle table, we have the vehicle ID, the plate number, types, and status. The payment table, we have the payment ID, the order ID, the amount, the method, and also the dates. Examples of scenarios that we'll see in this business is the customer places an order. Also, we have the order processing and shipment, the creation. We also have the delivery process, and then we also have the payment and receipts. Now, these are the day-to-day examples and scenarios we find in this line of business. And through the customer placing an order, under it, we have the system checks if stocks is available before confirming. Also, we have the customer ID and the order details. Under the order processing and shipment creation, we have the system groups ordered into shipments, assign shipments to a vehicle and a driver, generate a shipment ID. Now, all these processes that that we have is to track every order to every customer, making it seamless and easy. one of the things I've understood from this line of business is having not just getting the product to the customer, but also having the customer have a very good experience. So that is the reason for this detailing, that I'm taking you through. So the next we have our ER, excuse me. So next we have our ER diagram, which we have the customer table, the employee table, the customer table, the route table, the shipment table, the delivery table, and also the order table. The customer table is the primary key, and of course every other table is a reference and connects to the customer table. Why normalize? Now, normalization helps to do very important things, which one is to avoid data redundancy, ensure data integrity, make updates, insert and delete easier, and no anomalies, improve query efficiency. Declare keys we have the PK and the F keys, which of course the PK stands for the primary keys and the FK stands for the foreign keys. Normalization table, like I just made mention of the customer table, the order table, the payment table, the shipment table, delivery table, employee vehicles, and the routes. Note, every table has a primary key and uses a foreign key where needed to ensure consistency across all tables. This is very important. So now we just went to our first syntax, which is the creation of the table, which you can see on the screen, how we're able to create the customers table using this syntax on the screen. And of course, this same method was also used to create every other table, like the orders table, the shipment table, the employee table, the deliveries table, and also the routes table. And then the next one, we have the syntax. We have the syntax for the inserts into the customers table. Now, after we create the customers table, we also have to create the the data. We have to create the data to which the customers can be sorted and be well tracked. So this is the syntax that we used to load the table. So this is the table that we were able to load. And then next we have the 3 queries to retrieve essential data, including a join statement. So what you can see is a syntax and a table. Now, what is a join statement? A join statement is a statement that is used to join more than one tables together. So here we can see that we have both the customer table and the total ID. And above it there, you can see the syntax that was used to create that table. The next one, we have the shipment table, and the syntax given there was also used to create the shipment table, the order table, the customer name, the carrier, the tracking number table, and also the delivery date. These tables were able to come together because of the use of the join statement. And of course, this is also another table that were being used. So the data integrity, ethics, data governance, and security, I believe these are the values that the business must have for it to thrive, to serve the customer good and better. So here you have the data integrity, which of course enables referential constraints, strong validation rules, and audit trials to also ensure data accuracy, consistency, and traceability. The ethics to protect sensitive customers, employee data, give access to authorized staff only, and also to ensure transparency, being open to inform customers about usage and ensure retention. The data governance, of course, has the policies giving the mentality of ownership to the employees, and training programs to ensure accountability and consistent admins. Regular compliance checks, the usage / access reports for data operation. And lastly, the security ensures that only authorized users can access or manipulate data. This is very crucial to our customers to ensure their trust and make them feel safe. Systems are continuously monitored and audited to meet compliance standards such as the GDPR, which of course means the General Data Protection Regulation. So now next we are moving to the Power BI. So here, this is the health care analysis dashboard, and here we have some measures that were created. We have the total patient, we have the average cost per patient, we have the total length of patients, we have the total cost, and the measures that were used to create this. These measures are just on your screen right now. So on the measures created, the total patient, we use the discount formula, which made reference to the table and made reference to the column. And of course, the same goes for the total length of patients, and goes the same for the total cost, and goes the same also for the average cost of patients. So on the table, you would see that the numbers of people with the total patient by medical condition and gender, you would see that the people who have, diabetes are more than those who, the people who have diabetes are more than those who have hypertension, asthma, cancer, and every other disease. So through the table, that's the total patient by the medical condition and gender, you see that the female gender has more of diabetes than even the male. And of course, the next table, which is the total patients by insurance, on the line charts, you see from the sigma to the medicine, you see the line chart go from up to down, and how it goes up to where it's takes a dip. And also we have when you go to the next one, which is the total patient by blood type and medical condition, you see that people that have the asthma are more than the people that have both the people that have the arthritis are more than those who have the asthma, also more than those who have the cancer, and also more than those who have the diabetes. And then the people who have the blood group of B plus, AB plus, AB minus, A are less, are less than the people that have the blood group of the A plus, O minus, and also the O positive. And also on the table of the total patient by age group and medical condition, you can see there that more people, or the people that have the diabetes, and people that have the arthritis, and people that have the are almost similar, in numbers, from age of 51 to 60, and then 61 to 70, and then 41 to 50. And then 31 to 40, you see most of them, they're almost similar in that age bracket, but it begins to reduce when the numbers begins to deepen. So lastly, here we have our Excel dashboard with a personal finance tracker. So what a dashboard represents and stands for is how that you can be able to track your expenses, how much comes in and how much goes out. So from this dashboard, we can see how much we are spending, which is of course is $27,000 US, and how much is coming in is $60,340 US. And then the income to which we have this money through the data with decisions, we have $45,000 US. Through YouTube, we have $10,840 US. The teachable, we have $4,500 US. And we can see that the top spendings we have here: housing, groceries, clothes, entertainment, and cash flow. The one that's taking most of the funds here is the housing, which is $8,100 US, and then the next one is the groceries that is taking $5,000 US, and then the next one, the clothes, taking over $3,000 US. The next, entertainment, taking over $1,000 US, and then the next one, the cash flow, is taking over $1,000 US. And then for your max spending, you see that we are spending $900, and then for your max income, you are
time up
having $5,000 US. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Leslie. That is a beautiful one. That was a beautiful one, rather. Well done. Great one. All right, question. Let's question fast, because we still have 4 people to go.
All right. Thank you very much, Leslie. So first, I think we need to enforce more video. I'm seeing Leslie face from the very first time. Unfortunately, somebody I know. is Sharon's elder brother. We've met like twice at the boat office in Lagos. So please, Alaka, we need to
Wow, great.
first video.
I didn't know as well.
Yeah,
I
let's
didn't know. That's great.
So also, Alaka, the data for this health, right? We need to tweak it a little bit. We should have patients with both conditions, right? That should give them more insight, right? So diabetes, hypertension, we should also have those with both conditions. That will give them like deeper understanding. Like I feel that it's too straightforward. Then also, Leslie, thank you very much for letting us see that the entity relation diagram can go both ways. You might want to go back to that diagram, right? The arrows can go both ways, right? Yeah. So is
All right, Sharon, anything for you?
Thank you, sir.
Go ahead, Mr. Lawrence.
No, I'm done. I'm done actually.
Oh, okay, Mr. Johnson.
I don't have question for my end.
All right. Okay, Mr. Funsho, any question for you?
No question.
All right.
Just to say well done for the great job.
Yeah. I'm really amazed. with everyone's presentation, especially with the fourth question where they need to come up on a business idea and create a database for it. So you guys we are impressed. Well done. We are happy to see all of this. All right. So we call the next person. Okay. So the next person is Jumai.
Yes, I'm trying to share. I think I've asked to share. Can I go ahead to share? Can I go ahead?
Please. Yes, please. Yes.
Okay, can I start now?
Yes, please. Proceed.
All right, so good evening, everyone, and thank you for being with us today. My name is Juma Amodu, and I am here to defend my capstone project. Please permit me to start with Excel. So I'll be starting with the personal finance tracker, analyze on Excel, healthcare analysis on Power BI, and database design and implementation on SQL. And so on Excel, the purpose of a personal finance tracker is to find out where my money goes into each month, making it easier for me to identify areas where I may be overspending or undersaving, and to help me understand and efficiently manage my income, expenses, investments, and savings in order to achieve financial stability. So why is it important that we should have a personal finance tracker? It helps me to understand financial situation, improve spending habits, helps me monitor my money and notice abnormalities, and then know when not to spend and when to spend, and then also help me to reach financial goals. So quickly, we'll go to the dashboard. Now, what did I notice on this dashboard? Number one is that my income is quite high, which is $65,000, and my balance is equally high. Essentially, what I learned from this is that I'm actually a prudent spender, and the highest spending is on housing, which is where necessary. And the highest spendings are actually on the 5 basic necessities of man, which is housing, food, clothes, and then the last 2 is, well, as social beings, we can be involved.
8 minutes more.
Now, what I'm just thinking is this, that if I have so much money on food, why spend so much money on clothes? I could reduce that. Now, secondly, when you go to the monthly trends, you will find out that we have more money coming in January. Probably that is when they pay bonuses. And then when you go on Tuesday, and I want just trying to I don't know, try to have a budget. So in essence, from this financial tracker, it's important that we know how our money comes in and how it goes out. But my advice on this one is that since I have so much balance available, I should be able to invest it in other things so I can have more sources of income. Now, moving on to my Power BI. Now, the Power BI actually worked on the healthcare services, and why carry out an analysis on healthcare services? Well, when we understand the analysis, it will help to save lives, costs, improve efficiency, and build stronger health systems. So now let's go into the dashboard per se. Now, I arrange in such a way that it will help me flow. So this first dashboard gives me the demographics of the patient. The first one tells me the patient by age and gender, and based on the males are more than the males. And then the binary, those that do not understand whether they're male or female, is quite small. Then I now checked the patient by medical condition and gender, and realized also that having the highest, followed by hypertension. Now, checking the patient's condition by age group, we also realize that for hypertension, the age group is actually between 55 to 64 years old. But what actually captivated me here is that even as young as 18 to 24, there's chronic diseases start setting in. So my advice here is that as between this age of 18 and 24, regular checks should be done in the hospital. And then I also checked patients by medical condition and found out that diabetes, hypertension, and obesity is actually high. Then the hospitals, the three main hospitals are Houston, Johns Hopkins, and the Oakland UCLA Medical Hospital. Then the second dashboard is about the tests that is being taken by the patients. And the test result shows that the abnormal tests are higher than inconclusive and normal. And the test results will now guide the doctors on either to admit them or not to admit them. And the admission are of three types: elective, urgent, and emergency. And it is observed that the elective is higher than the urgent and followed by the emergency, whichever way the patients are actually being admitted. And then we also checked patients by medical and medication and hospital, and realized that Houston Hospital, in fact, all the hospitals cut across hospital, that they give Lipitor, ibuprofen, aspirin, paracetamol, and penicillin to all the diseases that have been identified. We also checked patients by blood type and medical condition, and realized that A positive patients are prone to hypertension, followed by cancer and asthma. So it's an information for those of us who are with our blood group as well. Then the third dashboard deals with the bills. So after running the test, what comes next? The bills. And we find out that the highest bills is by hypertension, followed by diabetes and obesity. And then total cost by test result is also the highest is the abnormal one. Then patients by insurance. Now we have the insurance company paying for all the tests that have been taken by the patients, and the ones that actually caters for the patients is Medicare, followed by United, heart. And then also check the total costs by medical condition and test results and insurance providers, and realize that Medicare is actually the one that takes care. I mean, I guess they pay
3 minutes more
for the patients. Then I also wanted to know the top 10 doctors and the hospitals, and that is where I did a sum of hospital attitude by medical condition, and the top 3 was Houston Methodist, Johns Hopkins, and Oakland. And I also tried to check patients by medication, medical condition, and hospital, and this is the test results. I wouldn't want to interpret this now because of time constraints. So now going to the SQL, I worked on Urban Farmers Marketplace system. I love food, and I am of the opinion, I just think that there are a lot of farmers who do not really have network and would want to know where to sell their produce once they harvest it, so that it doesn't get spoiled. That is why I came up with the Farmers Marketplace database. And why did I start it? Now, for us to start to have a database, you should think of it as being a cabinet in the office that has drawers and files. So the cabinet stands for the database, the drawers stands for the schema, and then the files for the tables. And how would this help you? It ensures that you are well organized, the security and clarity of purpose. And how did I start it? I started by creating the database first, and this is the syntax, and then the schema. Once I created the database and the schema, I now used the following syntax to find out if it was successfully created, and I had this showing me the Urban Farmers Marketplace system being done, and then the UFM. And after that, I started creating my tables using the syntax that we can see up there, creating tables. And then once I created the tables, I started with the users, the categories, and then the
1 minute more
profile. Okay. Then after that, I checked to ensure that I have all my tables, and these are the tables showing there. Now, after getting the table, you need to populate the table, and the population of the table is done using the insert syntax, and this is my insert showing you the successful creation of insertion. Then I created it for all the 10 tables. And after creating the files, I needed to ensure that I populated it well. And this is my ERD diagram. I had 10 tables. Now with these tables, my query, these are the tables with the keys and their foreign keys. Now the queries, I had 5 queries. This is one: revenue by farmer from successful payments. This is the outcome.
Round up.
Right. Okay. Then top 5 products by quantity sold. This is the outcome. And so these are the queries that I sent for. And then I had my backup strategy, which I really cannot explain right now. So I have the full backup, differential backup, and transactional backup. And then there's also the backup recovery as well. Then there's data governance for security, integrity, ethics, and law protection, and then the backup recovery as well. So with the data Urban Farmer database created, at least there'll be the transparency, improved efficiency, farmer and platform can measure profitability, customers and farmers can monitor others, and I think all farmers will be happy to have a platform where they can work together, meet one another, and create a community of farmers. Thank you very much.
Great. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Well done. Thank you. Yeah. Because of our time, the judges, any question for her?
Yeah, I would just say that this batch 8, they are on fire. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. Same with me. Yeah, Mr. Johnson.
Yeah, to me, thank you, Jumai, for taking time to take us through your project. I guess one day I would like to see you joining you sound like a good teacher. maybe one day I'll see you joining the facilitator on the at KZ Solution.
Great.
Yeah. Then I look forward to KZ too as a whole too, maybe providing solutions to different sectors across the world, not only Africa. So maybe you have, since we already have somebody providing solution in the area of agriculture in different fields, maybe providing that would be good. Yeah, thank you for your. That's what I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, it's very nice. Very, very nice. You did a very good job. I mean, the explanation was very detailed, and your dashboard is also well formed. They were not clustered. So, I mean, well done. All right. So, without wasting our time, the next person is Christopher. Christopher, are you there? Chris. All right, Chris, you can come up online. 10 minutes. Your time start now.
Everybody. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You can proceed, please.
Can you see my screen, please?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Good evening once again. This is my capstone project. I'm Christopher Isejindo. I would like to appreciate Mr. Laka and my other tutors all through this process. I am actually new. This is my first time in tech, and however I have come, I would say thank you to Mr. Alaka and some of my team members. My presentation will be on SQL, Power BI, and Excel. So I'll be starting my presentation with my hotel, with the SQL, which I created a hotel reservation and booking database. The tables involved customers and customers reservation, the room type, staff, payment, hotels, and reservation services. Under the customer, we have stores customers details, reservations, stores customers details, time checked in, and approximate checkout time. Rooms shows the details about the room, the size and features. Room type, this could be single, double room, or suites. We also have details about the staff, and also payments. This shows transaction done by the customer to the hotel. Next, I have the business rules and potential scenarios. Potential business rules, scenarios, and the data involved. Activities, room availability rule. A room cannot be double booked. System. Guest check-in requirements. Guests must check in with a valid ID. Check-in time, e.g. after 2 p.m. A checkout time before 12 p.m. Reservation limits. We also have price rules. Different rates applies to different rooms, and seasons also affects price rate in hotels. Also, we have payment policy. Full or partial payments must be made in the at the time of booking to enable the rooms to be secured or a room being secured. We also have a maximum occupancy rule. Each room has a max number of guests to be lodged. Standard for 4 family suites. Also, we have loyalty program. Registered users may earn points. This is based on the more how frequent a customer is. Minimum stay requirements. We also have common scenarios. No reservation, overbooking. No show. If a customer doesn't arrive at the appointed time, a refund may apply. Early check-in, late check-in, requests may incur extra. This may incur extra charges. Cancellation, modification, guest cancel or exchange or changes booking system checks this. Sorry.
Yeah, continue, please continue.
Group booking, guest room. We have guest room.
You can go directly to the
rooms.
database creation and the table because of our time.
Okay. So this is the ER model reservation. Here we have them. We have the connections here. And then I have the tables for the customers. I have the tables for the customers. Here we have the first name, the last name, the email. So here, the next one below, I was able to concatenate the names, have both the first name and the last name under one column. We also have that for other tables. For payments, we have the same. We have the same for all the tables here. Then for my Power BI, on medical analysis, we have several visuals showing analysis on patients on several hospitals. Benefit of analysis. We have duration of patients in the hospital for different health conditions, the cost of treatment of each health condition, and the differences between the hospitals and the insurance providers. In the dashboard, we have hospitals that treat most patients and how they compare in terms of patients' outcome or test results. Which insurance company is covering most patients, and how does this relate to cost per patient's conditions? Then we show age group per health condition, age cost per patient, total sum of billing per patient. Then there is a filter on admission type. And here is my dashboard. There is my dashboard. We can see here that from age 17 to from age 16 to 17, they have medical conditions, arthritis for my data sets, asthma from then also we have from the ages of 85 plus. They also have conditions. The lowest here is the one of 40 to 54. They have the lowest conditions here. We have the age type coming from the filters from admission type, which is sorry. And also we have healthcare providers, the health insurance providers. We see that Medicare has the highest healthcare providing for all patients.
Three and a half minutes more.
We have billing amounts per medical condition. We see the hypertension here has highest. Also, we have patients by hospital and test results. Eastern Medical Hospital here is the highest. Then coming to my personal finance tracker. My total income here is $65,000 plus. Then you can see I also have my top spendings on housing, which is important. I also have on groceries, which is also important. Clothes, $94,304. We also have entertainment for the family. Also, we have cash loan of $1,500. Here on the charts below for monthly trend income and spendings, which is for Monday, the highest. Also, we have on the one for monthly trend income spendings, we have the highest also. Yeah, and then we can see that Saturday has the lowest here. and I have an available balance of $35,249. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate you for speaking with the time. Thank you for that wonderful design. All right, the judges. Any question for him?
Thank you, Christopher. Thank you. Very wonderful one.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Christopher, you really tried. I'm really amazed with what you did. When you started with us, it was from zero knowledge. And now I can see you have really improved and you are doing a good job. And that was as a result of your hard work and dedication. So continue doing the good work. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so we'll go to the next person. The next person on the line is Elizabeth. So after Elizabeth, one more person, and that's all. All right, Elizabeth, are you on the call?
Yes, sir.
All right, please come on. 10 minutes. Your time starts now.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Please, can you see my screen? So, as mentioned earlier, I'm Elizabeth, and I'm presenting on Power BI and Excel. So I'll start with the Excel. My Power BI is on healthcare analysis, and we are looking at a data-driven approach to improving patient outcomes. This analysis explores key patterns in patient demography, diagnosis, hospital performance, and treatment. The mission and vision of this. So the main goal is to uncover actionable insights that can improve care delivery, reduce cost, and enhance patient outcomes. And these are some of the questions that we are going to answer. Who are the most frequent patients? Which conditions are most common? And how do hospitals and insurers compare? So data collection method. The source of this data is from Excel files created by the hospital. That's the hospital record, insurance claims, and patient admission logs. The period of the collection is from January 2019 to January 2024. And then the integrity that was adhered to in this analysis is that all patient data are anonymized in accordance with the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. So that is that. So for the data analysis method, we are using Power BI with data analysis expressions. The techniques used here are aggregation and filtering, grouping them by demography and conditions. We are calculating averages and top occurrences using the data analysis expressions. And then we will compare performance across hospitals and insurers. Okay, so these are the key findings. Okay, so based on the question, we are to find which ones are the most common age groups, gender and blood type among patients. And then I group them in this. So for the demography, I have the age group. So the most frequent one is between the age of 41 to 50. And out of the total number of patients, we see 8,297. The blood type is blood group A positive. The most frequent gender is female. And then the admission type, we will see from the dashboard that emergency dominates across all groups. It doesn't really mean that emergency is the highest frequency, but when we look at the demography here, we will see that the emergency dominates across all these demographies. So let's look at the dashboard. So this is the dashboard, but I want to take us through the main dashboard that was created. So this is the dashboard that was created. So the first dashboard answers question 1 to 4. The first dashboard answers question 1 to 4. So the first thing I did was to check age group versus gender. We were saying that we want to know the age groups, the gender, and the blood type among the patients. So this is the age group and the gender, okay? And when we use the drill down, we are going to see the blood type also and the age groups as well. So that is that. We can filter by age group and we will see each age group. So we said the age group that measures most is 41 to 50. We can also decide to show it in a table form for better understanding. So though the diagram is not really showing it well, but with the table, we can see that among this, we can see that the age group that is dominating more is age 51 to 60 years. So that is that. And for question 2, which medical conditions are diagnosed the most? And do they affect any certain group of people more than the other? Okay, so this is the question 2. So the medical conditions we have here, we have diabetes, we have hypertension, we have obesity, and all that. So which ones are diagnosed? Show us so we can see here when we take so when we take hypertension, we can see that we have 1,990 people. So that is that. And I went on and on to answer all the questions as per that. So the next dashboard answers question 5 to 8. And this is that. So that is that for all of it. When we look at, let's take question 5, for instance. Which hospitals are treating most patients and how do they compare to how do they compare in terms of patient outcomes and tests? So we have this, we can see that it is Houston Methodist Hospital that is treating the most. When we take it to focus mode, we can see that it is Houston Methodist. That is, how do they compare to other patients in terms of outcome and test results? So we can see that normal tests, when we compare all of them in terms of everything, normal test, abnormality, inclusiveness, and all, we can see that Houston Methodist is. So that is that for that. So then we can come back to the key findings of it. So for the key findings,
Elizabeth, I want to move to the next.
Yes, so for the key findings, we are saying that the chronic conditions are more prevalent in older groups, and respiratory issues are higher among emergency admissions. We are also saying that the top providers by volume, the insurance top providers by volume, we have the United Healthcare and we have the Medicare. In terms of cost comparison, we are saying that United Healthcare covers more high-cost treatments than the others. So that is that. And I have the recommendations here. For hospitals, we are saying that they should invest in preventive care for chronic diseases, standardized medical protocol. Okay, so I have that of the personal finance also.
Yes, please go ahead and present it. Oh, another slide. You have 2 minutes more.
Okay, so for the personal finance, I will just move on to data analysis method and data collection. So I'm saying that the source of the data was from retail internet banking, and the period of the analysis was 2021 fiscal year, as I've seen in the Excel sheet. So the tool used is Excel, and the techniques are data summary using pivot tables, and then the use of charts and diagrams. So when we look at this, we will see that the total income, total spent and all is here, and it is illustrated in the diagram form. From here, we can see that the total credits and the total debit, when we compare it to the net sum, we can see that the net sum is more than the sum of the debits.
1 minute more. You can go to your dashboard.
Okay, so this is the dashboard for that. So in conclusion, what I said is that the account is in a strong position with more funds coming in than going out. If you are considering investment or saving plans or optimizing cash flow, this is the time to do it. Like 2021 fiscal year was the best year for the banker to invest more. So that is that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Very nice presentation. All right, the judges.
All right, Alaka, 10 minutes is not enough.
Yeah, it's not enough.
It's not enough, right? So we'll take learnings from this, and if we need to split it over several sessions, we'll do that, because these things, they are storytelling. They are something we should have on our channels, right? These are things that should speak for us. We don't even need to start doing any publicity again. These are things that should speak for us. Thank you very much. I enjoyed. Thank you.
Yeah, from my own side, thank you, Elizabeth, for taking time through. Yeah, I really, but you didn't take the part of the SQL design.
Yeah. So she dwelled more on, the integrations, and so she didn't have time to do other things.
Okay. I can see that you're.
That's why I said 10 minutes is not enough for this presentation.
Yeah. So I can see that you'll be very good in storytelling from your data. Because I can see that you are. I guess you are the only presenter that give us more insight about the what's it called, the last part that you explained. That's the card aspect. You're able to tell us where the data is coming from the retail internet banking. Then you give us some charts to be able to show some insight too. So which shows that if you develop yourself more in the area of data storytelling from data, it will really be helpful too. I really enjoy the way you are running us through the storytelling from your data. Keep it up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Well nice job. You did a great job.
Good. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Elizabeth. All right, so the last person now. The last person is Emmanuel. Emmanuel, can you please come up? Great. Okay, you can go ahead, please.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right. I'll try as much as possible not to take our time. I know that the panel have already spent time already, so I'll try and shorten the time. So this is a presentation for my data analysis capstone project and KZ Academy. And the first thing I did is a makerspace membership and equipment class database design. So it's a workshop where you come, rent tools, get trainings, and stay there and do your work. An overview is a community of makerspace that offers tiered membership, safety training, bookable equipment like 3D printers, laser cutters, CNC machines. So you come with your work and stay there and do, but you need to register. You need to have a membership. You need to have some level of training before you'll be able to use the facilities in the place. We manage membership, members and membership plans and rental services. Enforce prerequisite for the workshop. So some of the prerequisites is that you're going to have some safety training. So I'm looking at some informal analysis. A person can be a member only if they accept makerspace. So these are some of the key business rules, and these are some of the technical scenarios. You can join and quality, class enrollment, maintenance, and all that. Let me move on. So this is kind of a diagrammatic representation of the ER model, but this is the ER model from one point to another, and then there is a flow from this through all of them. I might not be able to go into this detail because of time. So the tables I have a table for members, the primary keys where I have member ID, staff ID, and all these. And there's another table for classes where I have primary keys as class ID, foreign keys as instructor IDs, from instructor tables, enrollment, primary keys, enrollment ID, and I have foreign keys as class ID from class table. This is the SQL description of what I did. So you could see that I created a table for members. I joined on dates, not default current dates. This is a table for, I created a table membership plan, table for members plan, created a table for safety, created a table for training, a table for equipment, and we have constrained most of the equipment. When someone books seats, we restrict it from being booked, so there will be double. We have constraints. If we don't see safety and trainings, we will not be able to use our facility because of safety. These are some of the governance issues, security, integrity, and ethics. This is the personal finance that we were talking about. The highest income is on January, where there are upfronts, there are maybe in April there are bonuses, and the income is the same. On Monday, there are a lot of planning for the week. You spend a whole lot on Mondays. Most of the expenses for average income earner is housing and other expenses. So for my Power BI, presentation, my Power BI dashboard, this is the health data. So I got the data, I cleaned the data, transformed it, and loaded it into Power BI. So from the question, I tried to use this data to answer some of the questions. What are the most common age group? Is obviously that is 18 to 34 from what I did. In this analysis, I remove the other ones are not gender and focus on male and female because what I want to achieve, I don't need those data. So I sorted them out and focus on male and female. And we see that female is the highest. On the blood group, we see that A positive has the highest number and it has a 35%. On the type of illness, I saw that diabetes have the highest percentage of 25% of all the people, followed by hypertension and obesity. And some of the questions around the insurance and the admission were all answered by these tables. When I drill down, if I had time, I would have drilled down to show some of the things that I did, where I tried to categorize a cure. I also tried to categorize the sicknesses, and also tried to categorize them by on. I also tried to analyze them by where I was comparing the sickness, the ailments, and the distribution. With the Houston, from here, I had to distribute the hospitals with the latitude and longitude given, and they spread out around the US map. And I can see visually that the Houston Methodist Hospital is the highest. Johns Hopkins in Baltimore is the second highest in terms of patients, and the least is this other hospital in this other the Cedar Sinai Medical Center is the least, these other charts help me analyze this medical condition and their cost of treatment. So this is a summary of what I did. I also looked at the days spent in hospital, and I was able to get them on this slicer. And on each of them, I can see the people that spent 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and different number of days in the hospital, up to 30 days, and different illness.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sticking to the time as well. Thank you. It's a wonderful design. Okay, but there's some correction. But let me the judges talk first before I give mine. The judges, you can come on.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel. So far we've talked about alignments, right? And I haven't said that several times. I was hoping that you would have taken time to kind of align, this your charts. And then also the one that I talked about, medical condition by age group, that one that has many colors. You should try as much as possible to avoid something like that. Like, it doesn't tell us anything. I'm just seeing like colors all over the place. It's very difficult to interpret. I don't know if you can go back there so I can show you.
This color, this one?
Plenty colors, yes. There's one that has up to like 20 or 20 something colors. Medical condition, but
this one.
There was one look that showed.
Yes, is this one?
It's up to 20.
Yes.
Yeah, I think when you drill down.
So it's when I drill it that I drill deeper.
Yeah.
But on the surface, it's not like this.
But this is not. It's not appealing to the eyes, right? It's
not the right visual to use.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
But I use another visual to
be more. So please.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Mr. Johnson?
I don't have thank you, Emmanuel. I guess I will stand on the on the point on those points that were pointed out by Lawrence.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Mr. Laka, I wanted to make a correction.
Yeah, I mean, what I want to talk about is the same thing that you talk about. I mean, in Hall, you really try. From the beginning, the scenario you painted, it was a good one and it was well explained. So well done. So overall, everyone, I really appreciate you. I'm really proud of you that within 3 months, you're able to come up with something beautiful like this. I bet you with this, if you apply for a job and present something like this, by God's grace, you are going to ace it. Okay, but it doesn't stop there. Continue to develop yourself. For everyone that I've presented today, you have graduated, okay? And we are going to move you to the Open My Offer Letter group where we post job and post challenges. So we are encouraging you to always work on the challenge. Once you post a challenge, work on it, submit your challenge. As you are doing it, other people would have worked on the same. I mean, a lot of people are working on the same challenge. You see their work. You compare it with your work. I mean, you can actually judge by yourself that, okay, this one is better than mine. What can I pick from this to make mine better? So from there, you are learning, you are continuing to develop yourself. So in Hall, batch 9, you are the best. So far, you are the best. You are the best. Okay, so any contribution from the core, from every other person. So batch 9 are going to be starting their lecture next week. So if you still have anyone that want to join, please share the form with them. Let them join. It's better when you learn as a group. When you learn as a group, it's going to help you to whenever you are tired, the other person will lift you up, the other person will encourage you. Okay, so share it to the people, let them connect, let them join the class. As you can hear from Akindele, this course, what we are offering you is more than what is being paid. Everybody know that. If you are to base it on money, we are going to be asking for more, but we are trying to give back. I'm trying to make sure that everybody are coming up, because the way technology is now, the way AI is now, if you do not embrace it, you can be left out. You can be left out. In the next 2 years now, a lot of people are going to lose their job. And those are the people that are not in tune with the trend. What is the trend? Is data. So data is the new oil. Unlike the oil, then the oil can dry off, the oil can be exhausted, but data keep on growing. So which means it is the future, is the future currently and the future work. So please bring in people, let everybody learn together. And for the graduating students, once again, congratulations. Don't stop here. Start applying for jobs now. We did a section on CV review and LinkedIn updates. If you are here to send your CV to me for review, please send it to me. Let us check it. If there's anything you need to add, we'll tell you to add it. Okay, and make sure you are working on projects. What you have done now is a project. I've shared with you the link to create a portfolio. If you need it again, I can reshare it. Create a portfolio. What you have done so far now, upload it in your portfolio. Put the link of your portfolio to your LinkedIn and your CV. These are the things that will make you stand out there. Also, Power BI certification. We're also encouraging you to do it. With what you have learned a lot, I believe. And if you work on some DOMs, we are going to provide you some DOMs. If you're able to check the question, I'm sure you are going to ace the Power BI exam. So Power BI is having 10 years anniversary. With that, they are giving discount of 50% to the amount of the cost of the exam. The cost of the exam is $82, and with the 50%, you'll be paying $41. So but that's limited time. So you have to request for the voucher between now and September 15. It was August 30 before, but now it has been extended. I think, yeah, September 15. So between now and September 15, try to get your voucher. You can get it freely. You don't need to pay anything. Just get the voucher. And when you are ready to write the exam, but once you get the voucher, between 2 months, you need to write the exam. Once you are ready, you can go ahead and write the exam. We have DOMs that you can use. And don't forget, as you are graduating, you are still with us. This is a community. We continue to grow together. Every time we are going to be bringing training, bringing guests from out, and even among us, if you have a topic you want to teach others, please bring it up. Then we create a section whereby we are going to learn from one another. So once again, I want to appreciate you. Then special thanks to the guests. Here in Qatar, this is 12 a.m. This is the time we should be sleeping. So I want to appreciate you for your time. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your efforts. All right. Is there any other thing before we call it today? Any contribution, addition, question?
Good evening, Mr. Alaka.
Yeah, good evening.
Thank you so much for the experience. It was awesome. I had someone gave me financial analysis to do before I joined you, and I just found out that it was what I did was a child's play compared to what the knowledge I gained now. So thank you so much for the exposure and the experience. God bless.
Well, man, thank you too. Thank you for the feedback. We really appreciate that. Any other feedback? Generally, any other feedback?
Well,
okay. Yeah, Leslie, go ahead.
I just want to really, appreciate you and the KZ Academy, the whole board for the opportunity. Honestly, I don't take it for granted. Honestly, I think you just made mention that maybe Christopher was maybe the person coming to this for the first time. This is also my first time being exposed to, to this. I'm not really, a tech person like that. So this is like my first time ever, being technical with a laptop. I'm more of a business person. So having to come into this space is just a whole new thing for me. And I'm really grateful for the opportunity. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. We love that feedback. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Thank you. So for our new students, if you are new to computers as well, don't be afraid. And if they can do it, you can also do it. Okay? Any other feedback again before we call it a day? All right. So if there is no feedback, thank you everyone for coming once again. So as I said earlier, we are going to have a section soon. We will announce it on how to create wireframe. So you're able to create wireframe. So the issue of the alignment of the visual will be resolved. So the wireframe will make your design more fine, more, we already posted that on the Open My Offer Letter group. So for the graduating student, we are going to add you to it as well, so that anytime we have any new information, we are going to get it. Then every time we used to post job opportunity there, that doesn't mean that you should not go online and apply for job yourself. We just put it there at least. Make sure you work on them. As we are putting it, please be giving feedback. Okay, once we drop something, give us feedback. Oh, well done, thank you. At least we know that someone is making use of it. All right, thank you everyone once again. Have a lovely night rest. Good night.
All right, bye everyone.
Recording stopped.
Bye, Mr. Lawrence. Thank you so much.
All right, welcome. Yeah, bye.
Thank you, Mr. Lawrence. Thank you very much, Mr. Laka. Good night, everyone.
Good night.